So, what's the best thing to do when you get to the top of the peak?
Take a selfie. Traveling, exploring, and learning on the road. Family's family road trip.
So my favorite part of Denali were the hikes, but we also decided to do a bus ride, and that was awesome too.
It was a cool bus ride.
We heard that the best views and the best wildlife are up to the Eielson Visitor Center. So we didn't go any further than that. It was an 8-hour ride that was plenty long enough for the kids to be sitting on a bus.
The Eielson Visitor Center is 66 miles in from the front gates. So it's a slow 66 miles, so it takes a while.
We did see a lot of wildlife on the way, so that was really cool.
We got great views of the mountain about halfway up.
And then once we got there, the views went away and the clouds rolled in. So at least we got to see it at the beginning. Some people don't see it at all. We did have to bring a car seat because they do require car seats for kids under the age of 4, but they had a place for us to put it. There's lockers in there where you can keep your stuff if you're going to go out hiking, and they say that you can just put car seats up on top of the locker. And so that was nice to have a place to put it and not have to try to carry it around, because we did do a hike there. A nice steep one. Well, some of us did the hike, right? Some of us did half a hike.
It was 3/4.
Maybe it looks that way from the bottom.
The nice thing about those buses is you can hop off and on as you please once you get past the Savage River gates. We decided to not take our original bus back because we wanted to spend more time at the Eielson Visitor Center, and we did the hike and looked around. Otherwise, we would have had to get right back on the bus and head back.
And at the Visitor Center, Emmett made some good friends with a ranger. He hung out with her quite a bit. Once you're there at the Visitor Center, well, once you're ready to go, you can just go talk to the dispatch person that's there, and they will line you up with the next bus that comes. I was kind of worried that there's 7 of us, and so a bus wouldn't necessarily have room for all of us. But they have a pretty good system of getting everybody on the buses, and there wasn't much of a wait. We told him when we were ready, and he said come back in 20 minutes or however long it was. And
yeah, and it was nice because we brought our lunch and our dinner with us, but they had water at the Visitor Center, so we didn't have to worry about packing along water for 7 of us. Full facilities, bathrooms, water station. There was a ranger station, so you could get trail maps, camping permits, that kind of thing.
They stop about every hour and a half for bathroom breaks. The first one you'll see on the video was actually the last one before the Visitor Center. The ones before that were just bathrooms, nothing really to show you. The last stop before the Visitor Center actually has a little bookstore and stuff, and so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if you go further on the bus, you can go to Wonder Lake, which they say is really cool on a clear day because you can see reflections of Mount Denali in the lake, but it wasn't a clear day, so I don't think we really missed out on anything by not going further on the bus. And it was a pretty long day for the kids once we got there and did the hikes and then rode the bus back again. So I would really recommend taking a bus. It was good for kids. There was a lot going on. The driver talked quite a bit, telling us history of the park, pointing out animals, and so the kids stayed pretty entertained the whole time.
Yeah, whenever they would spot an animal, they would stop, get the best position with the bus so that you could get the best shot. There was a wolf that we spotted, and we actually got on the bus from the rest area and kind of followed the wolf up, and he turned the bus sideways so we could get some shots of it.
Turn the bus sideways one way and then turn it the other way so that everybody was able to see. So they're really good about that.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend the tour. It was, you know, it was money well spent. And luckily well, when you get there, I would look on the weather and see which day is going to be the clearest and try to go up on the clearest day.
And then plan ahead and buy your tickets as soon as you can.
Yeah.
So at first, we had planned on just me and Brittany going, and Doug was going to stay with the kids so that me and Brittany could go up and do a hike. But then once we learned that kids, I believe age 16 and under, are free, then it made more sense to just bring everybody.
Yeah, it was a great day. There wasn't that many people on the bus. Like, I was worried about it being super crowded, but there were empty seats on both buses we were on. It was a great experience.
So check out all the wildlife we saw.
Rangers come on about mile 15, and they'll give you a nice welcome into the park. If If you're spotted without your belt on, you may be darted and relocated. Wait till you wake up at Lake Benchuman with a radio caller. You have to be weighed and measured. All right. Oh, no.
This is the
Toklat.
Toklat rest stop.
Toklat rest stop. So our next stop will be the Eielson Visitor Center. There's a bookstore and antlers.
Antlers. No, it's an antler. It's like bone.
Put it on your head and Daddy will take your picture. Turn around. How heavy is it?
If you give them a little space, they'll kind of do something different, like maybe go off to the side.
Oh, that guy.
Look at the behavior there. He looks a little funny, doesn't he? He's shaking his head. One of the things that make caribou move, in fact, the thing that make caribou move more than anything else out here is flies.
Do you see the heart-shaped snow?
Oh, he's right next door. Oh, that's a cross fox. It's a red fox, but it's a color variant called a cross fox. They're very dark. Yeah, he's pretty. Okay, nice and quiet. Let's see, including me. Oh, hey. Now it might be a vole. It could be a little ground squirrel.
Yeah.
All right, there's the one that's 5'6". I'm about 5'5". That one up there is 6 feet. So I'll stand just to this side of it. And then if we look out the window, you can see the lines there on the glass of where the top of the mountain should be. If it wasn't cloudy, you can see the bottom, but it's cloudy right now. It's been clear for most of the day. So we're hoping out this way there's more blue sky, so we're hoping these clouds are going to blow away and we'll get a chance to see it. But that's kind of cool that they put these markers there on the window so you can see how tall it would be, since most of the time, 70% of the time, it is not visible.
Have you seen anything really bright today?
Yeah, the sun.
The sun is really bright out today, right?
Yeah.
Do all that I can
Sun
to protect
to protect
the world
the world
around me.
around me.
You can do that? You can look out for the world? Okay, you're gonna be a superhero for us? You don't have to say what I'm saying anymore. Do you want your junior ranger badge?
Yeah.
I think you worked really hard for it. Okay. I'm gonna give this to you. You can put on your shirt and then everyone will know that you're looking out for our animals, okay? The same species. Right. Or brown bear. Grizzlies and brown bears are the same species. So what's the difference between these two guys?
Sounds good. Male.
Yes.
You.
Right idea about that. So it's gonna be about what they eat. It's always about what you eat here in the tundra.
Salmon. This one eats fish. This one eats rodents and plants.
Bingo. So which one do we have here?
That one's the rodents and plants. This one's.
Yes. Do we have lots of salmon in the parks? Hey.
You guys don't have any.
We have a couple. They make their way all the way hundreds of miles up here.
Great.
But this is a bear from our park. So
All right, there's the visitor center down at the bottom. We've hiked up this hill. I think it said it was like 0.8 miles, strenuous 1,000-foot elevation gain. Emmett's over it, so they're going to hang out here and have a snack. And we are going to proceed up to the top.
After carrying a 20-pound backpack, of course I'm going to have a break. I'm going to keep on going.
I don't know if you can see them back there. They're hiking up the hill, and me and Em and Colin decided we'll just sit at this nice flat spot and rest and wait for them to come back. Take a look at this view. Denali's right there. Unfortunately, she's covered with clouds right now. Hopefully, if we sit here long enough, we can see the mountain again.
All right, I'm huffing and puffing, but we made it to the top of the maintained trail. You can see down where Doug and Emmett and Colin waited for us. They're down there having their snack waiting. And we hiked up. I'm still out of breath. Here. Down there's where the visitor center is. And we're gonna leave the maintained trail and head to the peak and check out our view. Here's our view from the top. All off in the distance, behind the clouds. So, what's the best thing to do when you get to the top of the peak?
Take a selfie.
You can see Doug down there taking pictures of us. Let's see if he gets any good shots.
Mom, you're here.
We're here, we made it down.
Yeah.
Did you see us up on the top?
Yeah.
Were we way up there?
Yeah, but I didn't see what's going. Let's go down the ducks.
You ready to go down?
Yeah, ready?
Get a picture here real quick.
All right.
Alright, so we were coming down the Eielson Alpine Trail, and it was a doozy. Me and Emmett and Colin decided to wait about 3/4 of the way up while the rest of them went up, but it's a pretty good walk down too.
These cubs were born in the den this early January. So this is their first summer with their mother. The black marking is they're shedding now, right? So the lighter fur is the old fur, and the darker fur is the new fur. So a couple young rams there. It's like they're whispering to each other. Yeah.